Toyota ushered in a new era of sports car racing as they ended the last with another dominant win at the Le Mans 24 Hours. For the drivers, Britain's Mike Conway, Japan's Kamui Kobayashi and Argentina's Jose Maria Lopez, it was the redemptive victory that has thus far cruelly eluded them and will doubtless taste sweeter as all three claim their first win at the Grand Bincorte. The 89th running of the 24 was the debut for the new Le Mans Hypercar class, and Toyota had the whip hand of the 61 car grid at the Circuit de la Salle, albeit in what with a small 5-car field in the top class. Having won the last 3 races at Le Mans, the Japanese manufacturer secured their 4th victory with some ease, their first win in what promises to be a hugely competitive class of sports car racing. The crew of number 7 GR01 hybrid, Conway, Kobayashi and Lopez, had started from pole and largely led across the race. The squad have been racing together for Toyota since 2018 and were dominant in both 2019 and 2020, only to be annoyed by a puncher and a turbo problem respectively. To close out that victory at long craze was hugely emotional. All 3 drivers, who must count this as the highlight of their careers, they finished the race having completed 371 laps of the 8.47 miles of Circuit de la Salle and were 2 laps up on second place car. The sister Toyota was Sebastian Buemi, Kazuki Nakajima and Brendan Hartley in number 8 car. The Alpine of Nicolas Leperi, Andrea Negro and Matteo Vexer finished 3rd. The privateer Gilkness team, run by the former film writer and director Jim Gilkness, made an impressive Le Mans debut, bringing home their cars in 4th and 5th. For Britain's Conway, who was from Bromley in South London and competed in IndyCar before switching to sports car in 2013, it's a culmination of a long concerted tilt at taking the Le Mans crown. The 38-year-old made the step up to an 8th appearance, having been second here 3 times and once before. We've come so close so many times, and to get it done here with a new hypercar is a special, he said. I was crying like a little girl. We worked so hard for this one, and you forget how hard it is. Lopez described the victory as a dream come true. Kobayashi competed in F1 between 2009 and 2014 with limited success, but is ecstatic and relieved to win, having been a stalwart at Toyota in sports cars since 2016. It's amazing to survive. We tried to maximise the car to be safe, he said. To be here for an amazing feeling in the end. My teammates did a great job through this week. Finally, we are the 24 Hours of Le Mans winners. The number 7 led from pole on a wet track that saw the opening laps under the safety car and were able to capitalise almost immediately. On the first racing lap, the number 8 was clipped and spun out by Gilkness of Oliver Parr. Buemi was forced to stop and reset the car and dropped a minute and a half to the sister car. They fought back to come close to parity, however, and while on differing pit stop strategies, the 2 cars exchanged leads. But in the early hours of the morning, Kobayashi was able to put in a strong stint to reinforce their minute and a half advantage. It was a lead that only increased over the final third as number 8 suffered a fuel problem, forcing them to take shorter stints between stops. With the gap solid and unthreatened at the front and managing a similar potential fuel issue for the final stint, Kobayashi was never close to the flag. There were 50,000 fans in attendance to welcome a new era after the event was held behind closed doors, which returned something of the unique atmosphere of the Singular Motor race. Toyota deserved the win. Their performance was accustomed skill and professionalism, but they must expect a far greater challenge in the future. Of the 5 cars in the LMH class, Gilkness were new to Le Mans, and Alpine were using a car adapted from the previous LMP1 regulations. Peugeot was set to join the hyperclass car next year, though and Ferrari in 2023. They will also be joined by Audi, Porsche and BMW. The new global Le Mans Daytona H-Class, Toyota have opened strongly, but it's only then to write the opening chapter. A fiercely competitive LMT2 class was won by the WRT of Robin Fries, Charles Milsey and Ferdinand Helsberg. In the LMTG class, Alessandro Piagoli, James Calado and Connery Logadar took victory in a Ferrari, with the AF course with the team also winning Nicholas Nielsen's Alessio Rovia and Francis Parado in the LETG Pro-Am. But yeah, in the LMP2 class, the leaders featuring Robert Kubica broke down on the last lap and couldn't finish the race, which is just the ultimate heartbreak. I know it happened with one of the Toyota cars a few years ago, but yeah, just absolutely heartbreaking. Robert Kubica, that man just has no luck. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, remember to follow the comments down below, and follow on Twitter, link in the description below for daily F1 news, and subscribe to my channel and subscribe me on now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace!